guys, it's Katie here from Bella Creativa, and this is the tutorial to make the storage unit for our little Bella book boxes. So both the Bella book box themselves, these little guys here, or these ones probably are nice. There's one with the round spine and there's one with a square spine. Both of these, the templates for these and the SVG files for these are freebies. You just need to go to my Facebook group and join, and then you'll be able to download those there. So today I'm making a little storage unit to put these in. I've got 5 of these. I haven't dressed them up at all. I've used Velcro on these. I've just made my little book boxes, and then I'm going to make my little storage unit to go in them. So my little storage unit is also a freebie, so if you go to my Facebook group and join, then you can either pick up the SVG files. So it comes, I think it's a set of 4 files that go together to make the storage unit, and then you also get this sort of cut guide, so you can see what each of the pieces are. So the pieces in blue I have cut out of cardstock, and I'm using this cardstock here. It is smooth cardstock, and it's 176 GSM or 67 pounds, something like that. I can't remember because I use GSM, but it's pretty pliable. So I'm using that, and that's what I've cut out of these strips here, these funny looking strips. They're going to be our sort of joining strips. And then the pieces that are pink here, I'm going to use my design scrapbook paper for. And so they're our mats. And then underneath those is also another blue piece. And that piece I've cut out of chipboard. So every time I make a mini album or a journal or something like that, I make the cover out of chipboard, and then I end up with all these random pieces. I've got this whole big box beside me full of random bits of chipboard, you know, that I've cut off the side of a 12 by 12 inch, and then I end up with this, and I was thinking, well, what can I do with this? Well, one thing is I could make these little boxes, and because these are chipboard front and back, and then I thought, I want to put them in something. So this is what we're going to do. So the chipboard pieces underneath, I could cut them on my Cricut. Oh, before I get to that, I should say, this also comes as a set of printable templates, and in the printable templates you'll get 10 sheets, which are all the pieces to cut out, plus all the mats. And you'll also get this little cut guide. So it's exactly the same as this one. I just had to put it across 10 pages so that you could print it out easily. Okay, so when I'm referring to this, this is exactly the same. But this one you would cut yourself, and this one you can use your electronic cutting machine. Okay, so the blue pieces under here that I've cut out of chipboard, my choice is to actually cut all of those pieces out of some cardstock, and then I call them whatever they are. So this is top storage rear, so this is this piece here, the blue piece underneath, and then I laid that down on my piece of chipboard and use it as a template and cut around it. So you could do that on your cutting machine, but on the Cricut it can only be 11 inches wide, and you have to tape it down and use a strong grip mat. By the time I've done all of that, I feel like I may as well just do this, and then I can just put them in a little container, put them to the side, and I can just cut them out whenever I like. But you know, you do whatever you like to do. So that's those. So I've cut all of my pieces, chipboard pieces out today in that way. So let's start, shall we? All this yappering. I'm going to start by making this storage unit at the top. So I've cut out all of these pieces here, and I've cut them out according to what my cutting guide says. So for my top storage rear piece, I've cut one of them. Let's have a look, shall we? These are all my little joining strips, and they're all measured exactly to fit on where they need to go, right? So I've cut 4 of these, I've cut 4 of these, I've cut 4 of these, I've cut 6 of these ones up the top, and I've cut 2 of those. And then for the top storage rear piece, I have cut one of those. I've cut 2 sides. I have cut this base piece here, and I have cut one of the front pieces there. Okay, so then all we need to do is just take all of these pieces and stick them together. So let's just get this out of the way. We'll probably refer to that again. And I'm just going to lay them out like this because this is how they're going to go together. So I'm going to have a couple of the 2 side pieces like that, and they're going to be joined here, and then this piece here is going to be joined there, and then that one's going to be joined there. Okay, and then we just have all these little strips that we need to attach to all the right places. So these guys here, we have 4 of those. They're going to join onto this top storage front piece here. And then the next size, there's 4 of those. They go on the sides here. Then we have these 2 pieces here, and they're sort of our finishing strips. They're going to go across here. So I'd have one there and one there like that. And then these shorter ones here, we have 4 of those. They're going to go 2 on this side and 2 on this side, like so. I hope this is making sense. And then these pieces here, there's 6 of these. We're going to have 1 that goes on the top. There'll be 2 that go in the middle, and 2 that go in the middle here, and then another one down the bottom here. So that's how that's all going to work out. So I'm probably going to mess that up. So let me just put these to the side, but I just wanted to sort of give you a bit of a layout of how they all go together. And then let's start doing that. I'll take these ones away because they're going to go on last. Those will probably go on last. So let's start with these long strips here. I'm going to attach this piece and this piece together. So I'll just get some glue out, and I'm going to put some glue on one side of this here. So I cut these out on my Cricut, and this is really good because I had all these long skinny strips left over, so I got to use them for something. So I'm going to attach this one here along there, and on my Cricut it did the scoring for me, so that was really handy. I just had to tell it how many pieces to cut, and it cut them. And then I just folded them on that score line, and I've already just inked along them a bit as well, just to save a bit of time. So just making sure that's lined up. And then we are going to attach this one to this one. So we're going to put some glue on this side of that tab. And to attach it, I'm going to stand this piece up on its side, nice and close to that this piece here, as close to it as I can get, butted up against it. And then I'm going to sort of pull this up and stick it on like so. And when it catches, right, then I can lay it flat, and you can see that there's a little gap in there, and that's just that little gap where it's sort of the width of the chipboard. So I think the chipboard I'm using is what you might call medium weight chipboard. I'm not really sure. You know, if you don't have chipboard, you could use the back of a paper pack or a scrapbook paper pack. If it, you know how it has that card bit at the back, that's that chipboard bit, that's what I'm doing. So now I'm going to put one of these on here. So I'll put some glue on this one. This is just going to be watching me do lots of sticking little strips to bits of chipboard. But, you know, if you just looked at these pieces randomly, either in the Printable Templates or the SVG, you might think, I don't get this at all, Katie. So I wanted to, you know, make sure that you knew how to do it. So I'm just going to attach that one to that one, like so. I'll just move these out of the way as well. I've messed them all up now, haven't I? I think that must be the same as that one. So we're going to do the same thing again. I'm going to put some glue on this one here. And now I had all my strips organised and now I've messed them all up. And I'm going to do the same thing again, so I'm going to attach this one like so, line up those edges, oops, get a bit wobbly, like that, and then push that one up once it catches. And then I can flatten it out. It's got that little gap in there. I'll close it. I'm just making sure that it's really well attached by burnishing that down like that. So that one's going to fold up like that, and that one's going to fold up like that. So that's our start. Okay, and then we can attach these two side pieces here. So we need a couple of strips for that. I'm not sure which ones they are. Let's check, because I've messed up all my tabs. It's not those two, they're too short. So was it these? I was organised. Let's check this one. Yeah, they're the ones. Okay, and then that one's the same. Okay, so I'm going to put those there. Right, so I'm going to put some glue on the side here. And attach that one to this side piece here. I'm just going to spin it around because it's easier for me to see. And then I'll just burnish that one down. And then this side as well. And attach this one on here. Flip it over again, give it a burnish. Put it back up, and then we're going to attach these side pieces. So the longest side is being attached to the rear part here. And we're going to just do the same thing and put some glue on here. Stand this up so that it's, you know, the way it would be sitting once we put it all together, and then just flip this guy over. And then when it's caught, we can just lay it flat. And the same on this side. We've nearly finished the top. Pretty cool, huh? Okay. I'm going to put this one here again. Lining it up. And then bringing this little side bit up. And once it's caught, you can lay it back down again and give it a good firm burnish. And flip it over and do the same again. And on this side. Okay, now my little tabs are hanging off a little bit on those two sides, so I'm just going to get some scissors and trim that off. Try to. They might not be the right scissors. These ones might be good. That's it. One there and one there. I'll get rid of those little gluey bits off my scissors. Okay, and then we have these guys here. So we have 4 of these little guys. So we need 2 right now, 1 for each side. We're going to attach those along there, and then these even smaller ones, we've got 4 of these, but 2 of them are going there like that. Okay, so let's pop those on. And I'm just going to slide that under there. don't know if I line that up very well. Let's see if I can move it a smidge up. Maybe not. Never mind. It'll be fine. So these little pieces here have the effect of obviously joining bits of chipboard together, but also giving you a nicer finish than just chipboard on the edges. So they have two purposes. Okay, and then this one here, and then just pop that one on here, like so, and then this one here. Like so. I'll just flip those over and give those a burnish, make sure they're not going anywhere. Okay, so now we're going to put glue on these two tabs and fold these up and bring them in and glue them on like so. Pretty easy. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to bring this one up. I'm lining it up right on along the edge there of that bit of chipboard, and then I'm going to bring this tab up and get it to catch. And I'll just flip it over on its side and just give it a bit of a burnish there. Make sure that it's attached. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. Bring it in and then attach that little tab along there like so. Just flip that one down and give it a burnish along there as well. Okay, so then we bring finally this piece up here and attach those two side tabs. But I think it's easier before we do that to start putting some of the strips in here. So we have some strips that we can put in. So I've got this bottom, this long one here. It's going to go in here. So sometimes you just need to check that it will fit first, because it might be, you might need to snip a little tiny bit off the edges of the ones that go on inside. But that one seems like it's okay. So I'm just going to put some glue on here. And this is just finishing off it nicely, because this is the section that is open on top, and you'll see it. So we put these strips on here, and then when we put our mats on, it'll look nice and finished. So just pop that one on there, slide it into place, give that a press, and flip this one over and do the same this way, like so. And then we had two strips here that we used them here and here, and we had two of those left over, and they're going on inside here. So let me just see if they need, I might need to trim just like 1 millimeter off there, just to make it fit a bit easily. And then put some glue on that one. And pop that one down on there. Now I've got glue there, but it doesn't matter because our mats are going to cover that up anyway. So then I'm just going to give that a burnish, get glue all over my bone folder, and then the other one on the other side. So the glue that I'm using is a glue that's really easy to get in Australia. In Australia you can just buy it from Spotlight, which is just about one of the only big box craft stores we have, and it also does homewares and sheets and towels and party stuff and fabric, and So it doesn't have that much craft stuff because it carries all that other stuff as well. You know, you can buy saucepans and things there as well. But this is what I use for construction. It's Tiger Grip Glue by Helmar, and I really like this glue, and so I use that one all the time. And then when I'm putting my mats on, I've got this tiny little one here with some clear glue in it, and I use this one, which is also from Spotlight, Crafter's Choice Craft Glue. But you use whatever glue you've got. Okay, then I have some more strips left over here. So we should have some that fit there. I'm not sure which ones they are. They look like the longest ones. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 of those, yeah. And so then there's going to be ones that fit along here. 3 of these. 1 of those. Have I lost one? Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, there we go. Right, so I think this is the one that we want for here. Yes. So there's another one of these outside ones, and we've cut 4 of those out. So I'm just going to put these inside. One there. And another one on this side. I'll put some glue on here. And pop that one on this side. Just burnish it down. Make sure it's really nice and tight into that corner. Okay, and then we need to just snip those little bits off again. Not so easy now. There, and there. So if you haven't done a fabulous job of trimming those off, you can just get an emery board and just give them a little file till they're nice and flat. I won't worry about that now. Okay, so then we've got all of those ones done. So now we can bring this one up. So I'm going to put some glue on this side and this side. And bring those up and make sure that they're nice and flush, those 2 pieces of chipboard, and then put my little tab on the other side there. How'd I go? Okay, and then the same on this side. Bringing that in nice and flush. And then when I'm happy with it, give it a good burnish. Oops. And that's our top section. So then we just have a few more little bits to put in here. So we've got these 2 little guys here. So they're going to go in here. And that seems to fit okay. It doesn't look like I need to trim anything off it. So that's cool. I'll pop that one on here. Slide that into place. Get glue everywhere. Give that a quick burnish. And then one on this side. Pop this one on here. We have this section here that we still need to put one on, a strip in to cover it up. So I've got this one here. And just as a reminder, all of these strips and how many of them you need is on this, it'll be a JPEG, I think. All these pieces here, they say how many of each one to cut out, so it won't be too confusing for you. And they're just, you know, the right length for where they need to go. I'll put some glue on there, and then I'm going to put this in here. I didn't measure that one first, I probably should have. Oh well. Seems to fit okay. And I'll just get my bone folder in here if I can. That'll do. Okay, and then the only pieces I should have left is a piece to go on here, a piece to go on here, and those to go on there. So, which one is this? This is this one here. So, I'm going to put some glue on this one. I really need to wipe this gluey mess off here. Just a sec. A baby wipe will do the trick. Okay. Right, there we go, that's better. Okay, and put some glue along here. Oops. Put some glue everywhere. And then I'll put that one on there and rest it on there. And I'm resting it with that crease section sitting right on top. Before I glue it down, I'm going to run along here because it just gives a nice finish when it's flat. So I'm just doing that, and then once I've done that, I'm going to stick down the sides. And then you just get a nice flat finish along there, like so. And then I'll just run my bone folder along there again. So that's got a nice finish to it. And then we should have the same at the back here. Make sure that fits, yep. So then I'm going to put some glue on here. And I'm going to stick this one on top. I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to make sure it's lined up on that crease line and hold it in place and run along here with my bone folder to get that flat finish. And then when I'm happy with it, I'm going to push those side bits down. Make sure that that's stuck on, and then we'll do a finish. I'll use my little baby wipe to get rid of that little bit of excess there. Okay, and then we just have these two side pieces. Now, we probably need to give it a bit of a trim, so let's just give it a little fit here. So we need to trim it back a ways down here because it won't slide in there. So on this one here, I'm just going to trim that bit off like about there. I'm going to check that, and that seems to work pretty well. Yep, so then I'm just going to put it on top of this one and do the same thing. So I'll just trim that little excess bit off there. Okay, and then we can glue this on. Same again, I'm just going to plonk it on here, make sure that center crease or score line's lined up, and then burnish it flat. And then really make sure that that side's stuck on and give it a burnish. And then the same on this side, and that's our top section done. Well, apart from the matting, I don't know if you want to watch me mat or watch the indecision while I just stare at bits of scrapbook paper trying to decide which one's going to look the best. It's most of the fun though, really, isn't it? Whoops. Okay. Make sure they're pressed down and then burnish that down. Okay, so that's my little top section there. So I probably go along now and just make sure that I'm happy with all my inking. So I might have not got this section quite right here, but that's okay. I'll just put a bit of ink on it and it'll be fine. And that's, for some reason, that side too. Don't need to worry about the bottom section too much. So now let's do a drawer section to go underneath. So put this to the side. Apart from matting it, it's done. And it will fit 5 of these little Bella book boxes in there. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right. So these are the square spined ones. So it's got a little bit of extra room here because the square spine ones are a little bit shorter. But because this round spine one comes out quite a ways, so I made it wide enough so you could also put these round spined ones in if you wanted to. It won't go in because of all of this stuff on here. I'll move this out of the way. So there you can see that the round spine ones fit in with plenty of room as well. So you don't have to have all square spine ones. You could mix it up. Anyway, so that's where our little 5 book boxes are going to go, or my 5 anyway. If you didn't want to do 5, you could use a bit of chipboard, and you could put a bit of chipboard in the middle there and make it into a little compartment or something like that. But now I'm going to make some drawers to go underneath. So let's put this to the side somewhere and grab our next pieces. So move some stuff out the way. Now we're doing the drawer compartment. So I've cut out all of these pieces here. Okay, so what we've got is the drawer compartment base here. I've cut one of those and it says cut 1. And then I've got the drawer compartment back or rear section, and I've cut one of those. And then these are the drawer compartment sides, and it says here cut 2, so I've cut 2 of those, and that's going to go like that. And then I have cut 4 of these ones, 3 of those ones, and 4 of those ones, those joining strips. So we can put that together. So once again, I'm just laying it out the way that I want it to be. I've got these tiny little ones, and then I've got these long ones, so that one is going to join in there, and then we need one to join in here and one to join in here, right? So let's put some glue on here. And I'm going to attach that one to that one like so. Line it up. There's a dog barking, and it's for a change, it's not one of mine. Okay. I'll do the same on this side. And I'm going to join that one on there. Press that down. And then we might as well put this long one on here as well. Like so. And put that one on the back. Line it up. Press it down. Okay, and then we can attach each of these pieces to there. So once again, I'm going to put some glue along here. We're just doing the same thing that we did with the top. And put this one on top like so. And bring that one up. Whoops. Doesn't want to catch. There we go. Once that's caught, we can give it a burnish, make sure it's stuck down. And the same on this side. So, what would you keep in these little book boxes? Well, anything you like, really. You could keep ephemera or blingy bits. You could use it for anything in your craft room. You could, I don't know, keep bits in there. I can't get my hand under my finger under there. Just pick it up here like this. There we go. I mean, you could make it and give it as a gift to somebody. Lots of things, really. I might keep mine in my craft room, this one, and keep some bits and pieces in there. I can put some labels on the side of my little books, and they're sealed up really well, so you can definitely get quite a bit in there. They're quite deep, so you know, little bits of ephemera, ribbon, bits of string, bulldog clips, you name it, all the stuff that we use. Washi tape. Oh, washi tape. It's not a bad idea if I sorted it into different colours or themes. Right now they just all sit in a basket. That'd be kind of cool. Okay, and then I'm just going to flip this over and burnish all of these before they move. And that's the basis of our compartment. And then we have these little guys here, so we can attach them to each one of these little sides here like this. So we need one on each side. Whoops. So this one, you can attach it to the top of this piece or the top of this piece. It really doesn't matter because they're going to join up. I'm going to put that one there. And then I'm going to put one over here. I'm going to attach that one there. Just spin it around so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is just about everything we need to do. So what we're going to do is bring this one up and these side bits together and do those up there like that. And then our drawer is going to slide in here in the middle section. So I don't need to put any strips in here because I'm not going to see them. I mean, if you wanted to, you could, but I'm too lazy for that because my drawer will slide in there. Actually, I've made one already. Let me show you. Here's a drawer. So it's going to slide in like that. So, of course, you won't ever see what's in here. Right, so let's just glue it together. Well, actually, so these little guys here are going to go on this side here, and that's going to keep that side nice and clean because that's what we're going to see from the front. And this one of these long strips here, I don't know why I've got two of them. Pretty sure I only need one. Am I missing something? Don't know. It's going to go here. I might have cut one too many of those. No, I need it for here. Let's attach one to here. I just remembered what I'm supposed to be doing now. Before we close it up, just looking at those extra strips and thinking, what am I doing? Can't remember. I'm going to put a strip here. This is going to join it to that top section that we made. Right. glue that on along there. And then we have these two here, and we're going to do the same. I'm going to attach another one on here. Got a bit ahead of myself then. And that's going to go on here, like so. And then this one's going to go on here. On this side, like so. Let's flip it over and make sure they're all stuck on. A bit of excess glue there. And this one. Okay, right, now before I bring it all together, I'm going to put these little guys on, these little finishing strips, because I think it will be easier to do while it's flat. So I'm going to put a bit of glue on here, and I'm going to put it on this side, put it on this edge here, like so. Let's see if I've lined it up right. Like that. And bring it over, and I'm going to do that little thing along here. Like so. It'll all make sense soon. If this is looking really weird, it will make sense soon. Okay, and then this one here. Whoops. Tiny little thing. And I'm just going to slide that on here like so. Like so. And press that one down. Oops, and do that little flat thing there. And then I'm going to put this last one along here and fold, and we're going to fold it over because it's like a finishing strip to make it look pretty. Okay, so we're going to put that on here like so. Come up that way a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to straighten that bit out along here. I'm going to make sure that the sides are stuck down and give it a burnish. Okay, so now I'm going to put these two tabs, pull these two tabs up and stick it all together. So a bit of glue on there and a bit of glue on here. I'm going to bring these two up and make those corners meet as nicely as you can, and fold that little tab over like so. Maybe get rid of that glue that I've managed to get everywhere. Same here, I'm going to bring these two together as nicely as I can. And bring that one over like so. Then wipe a bit of glue off there, put them on this side like this, and make sure that they're well stuck down. And that is going to be the little compartment section that we're going to attach to the top. Now, I might put this aside to dry for a minute, and let's make a drawer. So I've already made one, and it's going to slide in here like this. But let's make another one together. So for the drawer, we're going to cut out these pieces here. So on the printable templates, the drawer base is this one here, page number 5, and all the mats are on page 10. And the drawer compartments is all on page 4, and all the mats were on page 9. But you'll see them, and I've labelled them, so you'll be fine. Okay, so for the drawer itself, we have these little bits and pieces here. We have lots of little finishing strips for this one because we're going to put them on the outside and the inside. So I start with one drawer bottom or base, which is here. It says cut 1, I've cut 1. And I've got 2 of these drawer sides. It says cut 2, so I've cut 2. Those there, And then this drawer front and rear, cut 2, and I've cut 2 of those. And they're going to go like that. And then we have all these little tabs to stick it together. So I've cut 6 of those, and sorry, on screen, cut 6 of those, and 8 of the tiny little ones. And that's what we're going to use to put it all together. So we need one of these here and one of these here. So let's start with that. I'm going to put some glue along here. And I'll attach it to this little skinny bit to start with. And then we're going to put some glue on this bit here. And I'm going to attach it to the bottom, so I'm going to bring my bottom in like so, line it up, press it down, give it varnish, and then we're going to do the same here. I'll put some glue on here. My sleeve's getting in the way. Some glue on along here. I'll do this little skinny section again first, so I'm just going to line that up with my score line. Make sure we're attached. So I told you this video is just going to be watching me stick lots of little bits and pieces, little strips to things, and then we're going to slide this one in here like this, like so. And give that a burnish. And then we're going to use our slightly smaller strips. Need 2 of those. And we're going to attach these to here as well. I'll start with doing my little skinny bit. Like that. And then we'll put some glue on here. And pop this one on here like this. Make sure it's nice and flat and lined up. Give it a burnish. And then it can lay flat again after that. And this one. I'm really happy to be using up some of this piles of chipboard that I have. I have to think of some other things to do with it too. It's forever trying to find things to do with scraps. That's what it feels like. Actually, if you want to see some great videos on using up cardstock, there's a video channel, and you probably already heard of it, Anna Melvin's Positively Papercraft, and she does lots of videos on, she makes lots of cards, and she did this series recently on using up scrap cardstock, and I really think I should go through my cardstock stash and use some of mine to do some of those projects that she did, because they were great. Okay, so I'm just going to stick these all the way around here as well. So I'm going to have one on each side. I'll try and remember to link the video that I'm talking about underneath, because yeah, she used all these tiny little skinny strips of cardstock from memory and made all these really beautiful cards. And I mean, it doesn't have to be for a card. You could do all of that and make it for a journal front, you know, a journal cover, or a book cover or something like that. You know, you can apply the same ideas to a different purpose if you don't make cards. I don't make cards. I'm hopeless. I never even give cards out anymore. Terrible. Okay, so I've got all of those stuck on there. And then these little strips are going to be the little guys that hold this together. So all we're going to do is go around and put glue on this little tab, on each of the little tabs, and bring them up. And bring them up like this. Ta-da! And do that all the way around. And try. Like so, and then we have a little drawer. So then all the strips that we have left are just to make it look pretty, basically. These are the construction ones, they're holding everything together. Oops. And I'm just going to go around and burnish each one of those little corners to make sure that that glue is really sticking. Right, wipe a bit of glue off here. So now I just need to pop some of these little tabs in here, which are exactly the same there. So all the pieces that we have left, we're going to just cover up basically all of the raw edges. So I'm just going to slide this one in here. I probably should have checked first and made sure that it fit, because sometimes you can lose a millimetre or two with your joins, or the thickness of the chipboard where it joins, but I will just persevere. So how about if I do this and then I'll come back and show you when it's finished. Right, so I have finished putting all those little finishing strips on my drawer. So there's my drawer, here's the little compartment that we made, and here's our top section that we made. So now we just need to attach this section here to the bottom of our little top storage system. So I'm just going to put some glue on these tabs. I can't remember how I did this the other day, so I guess we'll soon find out. Put some glue on here. And some on here. And then I just set it on top as best I could. I think it might pay to attach one section at a time. So lay it flat like that. Maybe that's the way to go. Make sure that it's sitting up nice and flush with that piece under there. And then make sure that this side section is sitting nice and flush. And spin it around and attach this side here so it's nice and flush. Oh, it's up a little bit. There we go. How's that? That's pretty good. Okay, so then I'm just going to burnish my little strips again. That one. I really want to get it down here, isn't it? Like that. And then this one here, that's nice and solid. Feels nice and solid. And that's one little section attached there. And then my drawer can slide in here, just like that. That's great. Now, so that's how you would make it with one drawer. And the cutting instructions here is enough strips for one drawer base and one drawer and one drawer compartment. But if you cut all of those out again, then you would have another drawer compartment and another drawer. So then I'm going to attach this one to this one and have 2 drawers. And I guess you could have as many drawers as you wanted. I mean, after a while it might get a bit unstable. But I'm going to start with 2 drawers, I think, and see how I go. I'll put some glue on all of these tabs. So this is the drawer compartment. We already made this one. So this one's one that I've just already made. And just put some glue on those. And then I need to attach this section to this section. So this is kind of cool, I think, because you know, theoretically you could put as many drawers on here as you wanted. So I'm just going to attach that and make sure it's really pushed up against that piece of chipboard at the back, that the top of that piece of chipboard's flush up against the bottom of the unit. Check it out. And then I'm going to make sure that this is nice and flush up against the unit as well. Press that into place. I used rather a lot of glue on that side. And the same here, make sure it's quite flush. I mean, it's handmade, so as flush as it's ever going to be, right? And then we're just going to make sure that those strips are all attached. Like so. And then we have another drawer, and here's another drawer that I've prepared, so that one's going to go in there like that too. And that is our little unit. So we've got space up the top for little books, little book boxes, and then I've got 2 drawers, but you could put in as many drawers as you like. So I haven't decorated these yet, but I will do. There we go. You see that? So now I need to go ahead and cut out all of my mats. So on this one here, all the mats are in pink, and it says how many of each mat to cut. So I'm going to cut 2 of these mats, the pieces in pink, for the drawer base. So that's going to be for this inside section here, but it's also for this bottom section. So if you're not worried about the bottom section, you only need to cut out 1 mat. And then so it's got written on here how many mats you need, and for the SVGs they're in pink. And then on the printable templates, if you look at your cut guide here, it'll also tell you that, you know, for each piece you need to cut X number of pieces. Okay, so I won't bore you with my matting, because you've got the cut guide there and we've constructed it. The only other thing I want to say is you might want to put some little handles on your drawer, and I think I'm going to. I wanted to use little handles like either these ones here, or I also have these ones here, but I can't find them. So I'm thinking I had, to move some stuff out the way, I have somewhere these ones here. So these are they're like the Tim Holtz ones, but they're much bigger, so I think I might use those. They're not ideal, but maybe they should have 1 on each. Yes, I think that's the way it needs to be. So 2 on each, 1 on each side, like that. So you can put some little handles on your drawers, and then you can fancy it up any way that you like. And so I hope you enjoyed that. I will do a separate video and show you how it looks when it's all finished. I love it. I think it's really cute. So just as a reminder, the bits and pieces you can find. There is a video that I've already done on how to make these book boxes. I did it 18 months ago, and at the time I had only made them as SVG files. I'll link that video here. I have now also made it as a set of printable templates, which are these ones here. So if you're interested, you can go to my Facebook group. It's called Bella Creativa Divas, and I'll put the link below, and you can pick up either the SVG files or the printable templates to make the little book boxes, which is super cute. And these are great for little gifts and things too. Like if you only had a little gift, how cute would it be if it came in something like this? Totally cute. Okay, so in the video I refer to this guide, and it's got these pictures here. These are exactly the same as on the printable templates, and so you know you can refer to that video on how to make the book boxes using the printable templates, no problems. Okay, so that's that one. And then today we used the storage unit. So there's one set which is SVG files, and then there is one set that is printable templates that comes as a PDF. You can also get those in my Facebook group, and they're free. So I would really love it if you subscribe to my channel. I'd really love it if you made this, that you posted some pics in the Facebook group of how yours turned out, so that we can all ooh and ah over it. There's some other freebies in my Facebook group too as well, so check those out. There's some cute little love heart shaped boxes, and there's something else I can't remember. Oh, an envelope mini album. So anyway, thanks very much for your time today, guys. I really appreciate it. Would love it if you subscribed. Would love it if you join the Facebook group. Would love a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks very much for watching. Bye. Bye.